we almost at the end of the year, end of 2025, and here's a time when everybody starts to talk about resolutions and the bullshit that they're going to do next year. Let me explain something to you. Nothing's going to change if you don't change, right? You got the money, you got the status, quote unquote, because realistically you ain't got shit. Because like we said before, you've only been able to build the money. You need to build yourself now, right? And if you've built yourself, it's time for you to build the money. So 2026 will be a repeat of 2025 and whatever fast that you went through 2025 and 2024 and 2023. Why? Because you continue to pick and do the same things that you are trying to get out of. The question that you have to ask yourself is, why do you continue to make decisions that put you in the same position that you're trying to get out of? It's because your identity is attached to the outcome of whatever those decisions give you. So if you attach your identity to this outcome, right, and then you hear, oh, I need to make a new decision, or I need to change my identity, or I need to move to a different place, or I need to break up with my girlfriend, or I need to start a new business, whatever the venture or whatever you're going to try to do that you have to do, you're not going to do it because your identity is so tied to the outcome of these decisions that if you change anything in your decision making, it will destroy the outcome that you're used to, that your identity is tied to. And you don't want that. You're scared of that. And so every year you hear, oh, resolutions list, oh, I'm gonna get jacked, or oh, I'm gonna get more bitches, or oh, I'm gonna, whatever the fuck it is. You do it for, 2-3 weeks, realize it's harder than you fucking thought, and then you go right back into the same decisions because you realize at the time in which things get hard for you, doing a new routine or entering something new, you're realizing simultaneously that these outcomes, that the outcomes from these decisions are going to give you a whole new identity. And you're scared of that new identity because you don't know what the fuck it lies there, right? And like as humans, we are scared of the unknown. So you're really allowing fear to guide your life. Not the smartest idea if you're really trying to make significant impact onto the world, or a significant impact onto your life, or a significant impact to the people around you. Right? You have to have courage. And we've spoken about it before. Your emotions should only be a signal to you to do something. And when fear kicks in, if you understand that fear is on the same polarity line as courage. So when you're having fear, you're feeling fear, more than likely it's signaling you to be courageous. Which just means, and courage is just moving even when you're scared. Right? You hear me talk about the laws of the realm over and over and over. I can't. It's not that I can't. It's that if you haven't seen those videos, you might as well go watch all the fucking videos that talk about it. But your life and the things that you're looking to get are based upon the laws of the realm. So when you start to understand them and you start to act in accordance to them to get to your outcome that you're looking for, and really embracing the new identity, that's when you get the changes in your material world. Right? You hear all these spiritual gurus, oh, you can start the new year and flip a coin, and you don't have to continue living the same thing, but you've been so ingrained by this identity and the outcomes of it that you're not going to change. You're scared of change. That's the reality. And you got to face that. And once you face to say, yes, I'm scared. Yes, I don't know what's going to happen after I get into shape, after I start to pull the women that I want, after I start to make the money that I want, after I start the new business, after I fly to the new state, after I do, right? When you can say that and identify that, you're already halfway there, bro. You're halfway there, and now it's just time to take action even when shit gets hard, right? When I had to do my big drastic move, right, from the Northeast to the Southeast to Miami, do you think I wasn't scared? Of course I was. Do you think I wanted to leave my daughter? Hell no. But you have to do what you have to do. And when you start to realize that when you start to move, even when you're scared, you'll learn lessons along the way that will mold you in ways that you would never have if you didn't make the move, or if you didn't have done something as courageous as moving, as starting the new business, as talking up or speaking to the girl that you want to speak to, right? As leaving a friend group. You have to start to think, maybe if I just made the decisions that I actually wanted, instead of being fearful and always going back to habits that bring me to a destination that I don't want, maybe I would learn something along the way. There are many times that I've failed and I've seen like, fuck, I've dropped 10, 15, 20 grand. Hell, I've made a 50, 60 grand mistake before, right? But what did that do? It gave me a lesson that has always stayed with me, right? It will always be with me, and it has helped me in so many ways. And I've made several mistakes, and see, that's the thing. You get so caught up in this idea that if you fail once, that the identity that you've always had that you're trying to get away from is just for you, when it's not. Make the mistakes, get back up to go again. Get fatigued and burned out, relax for 2 seconds, reroute your game plan, and go again. I heard something on Instagram, on a reel, that said, when you're driving, right, and you take a wrong turn, the GPS don't just shut off on you. It just reroutes your route. And while it might take a little longer, you still get to the destination. So that's how you got to start taking these failed attempts when you try to change your identity, right? You trying to get into shape, but you can't seem to get consistent beyond the fucking pain point, right? So you've worked out, your body's sore. You might get to week 2 and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore, right? And you fuck around and stop going to the gym. When you go back the week after, right? This is now your 4th week. This doesn't mean that you're starting from ground zero. You just need to understand that consistency wins the race. So you've made it 2 weeks. You fuck off for a week. You get back in on the 4th week. Hell, just say it's your 3rd week. Continue moving. You try to speak to women and they reject you, or you don't close a business deal, or some bullshit goes down, whatever, right? You don't just quit the business or quit the opportunity. You go back and do it again and start from where you picked off or you left off. It's simple. So my message to you, before you go into 2026 making the same dumbass decisions that's kept you in the same spot since fucking COVID, take the time to really understand what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and even when you slip, even when you fail, the identity that you want is still fucking privy to you, and the door for opportunity is still open. You just need to continue to push forward and understand that every decision that you make then reflects back to you on the energetic field that we all sit on, right? Cause and effect. When you put something in, there must be an output. So if you want to change the output, change the input. And 2026 is not something to fuck around with, because you'll end up doing the same bullshit you did this year, right? Take your life a bit more serious, get after it, and change your identity, right? And you already know you want to fucking figure that out. You know, the link is in the description below. But if not, watch the fucking 200-300 videos that's in the fucking in the fucking catalog. Consider yourself warned.